Good morning, everybody. I'm back in the park. It's a whopping 66 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm not going to convert that into Celsius because I don't feel like doing the math. But before I get started on the main part of this video, I just want to address the fact that yesterday's video, Don't Want to Be a Mooch, I took down. And all I'll say about that is Eg vil me feron en skunemene om verskonen fere. If you know what that is, well, I tried pronouncing it the best I could. Not a native speaker. So my YouTube channel, the Insignificant Stoic, is up, and I loaded one video. Most of you have seen it already, but it does a screen capture and uses that as the thumbnail. And my mouth was open on it, and I looked at that and I thought, man, I am not a pretty face. And that got me to thinking, about a Stoic story. I'll tell you as briefly as I can. Let's call the guy Cato. That's who our story is going to be about. And so Cato and his buddy, his friend, walk out of the forum or the store or wherever, and they're in the marketplace, and some kids start making fun of him, calling him bald. And they go on their way a bit, and his friend asks him, Cato, like, those are children, you should correct them. They're being disrespectful to a man of your years. And he looks at his friend and he says, but I am bald. So there's a lot in that. That's a typical Stoic story. Here's how you can see it. Cato knew who he was. He knew he was bald. He knew he couldn't do anything about it. The truth was, he's bald. It's an objective truth. He accepted that. He's bald. With that acceptance comes the realization that the world is going to react to you differently because you're bald. Or in this case, because he was bald. And he accepted that too. If that happened to us nowadays, if someone was just started, making fun of us and mocking us, we get pretty upset. We might even get a bit angry and spiteful. Cato didn't. See, Cato knew a few things, and he was a Stoic. He can't control being bald. It's not within his power. He can't grow more hair. And he can't control those kids making fun of him. He has no power over that. But he does have power and control over one thing: how he reacts, how he behaves. I'm sure there was a tinge of anger in him, or resentment. He didn't act on it. He didn't let it bother him, and he walked away. In Christianity, in the scriptures, Christ says, in patience possess ye your soul. Do nothing. We're all going to be tempted. We're going to have all kinds of feelings, all kinds of passions. Just don't act on them. So Cato was able to control himself enough. He was able to be patient enough to possess his own soul. How? Because he accepted things as they were. He accepted reality. There's no reason to get upset. He is bald. It's not in his control. Those kids aren't in his control. But what is himself. I may be an ugly guy. Most of the people on YouTube, sex sells. I'm old. Doesn't matter. The lesson I get from this for everything is, there's that stupid saying that people have nowadays, that there are a lot of truths. There are many truths. There's your truth and my truth, and it's usually followed by, my truth is just as damn valid as your truth, so you have to listen to me. That's all bullcrap. You realize that. No matter what I think is going to happen, if I walk out into the traffic and cars moving 75 miles an hour, I'm going to get smashed into bits. Even if, as I'm crawling over the guardrail to get out there, I'm thinking to myself, nothing's going to happen. That's my truth. Well, you're still going to get smashed to bits. Truth is seeing things as they are. In this case, it's Cato. Yes, I am bald. I can't do anything about it. Truth in this case is seeing your flaws. You accept them. Now, if Cato could go get hair plugs, I'm sure he would. He could do something about it. But he couldn't. It's important for us. We have to be able to look at ourselves, honestly. You know, either Socrates said it, or it was over the arch of the Oracle of Delphi, was, know thyself. That's not foreign to Orthodox Christianity. It's actually very important. We should know our passions and our weaknesses and our failings and try to do something about it. Well, the same thing is for Stoics. They didn't have the concept of sin, but they had the concept of virtue. Am I living a virtuous life? Do I practice self-control, moderation? Am I practicing justice? Am I doing the good? For the Stoic, you measure yourself against those things, and then you start working towards them. So, to sum things up, there are things in our control and things that aren't. Cato was bald, not in his control. The children mocking him, not his control. What was in his control was his choice to react. And he didn't, so he exercised self-control. Truth is not a pleasant thing sometimes. It means we have to really look at ourselves, accept our flaws, do something about them if we can, and those we can't, we have to accept. Have a good day, guys.